So, okay, we already talked about mostly Democrats, but not all Democrats, combined with a few Republicans in the House, came together. They passed a much smaller than initially proposed bipartisan infrastructure bill. Good. Some Republican House members broke with Republican Party leadership, like Kevin McCarthy, who were saying, don't help Democrats pass the bill. They weren't making an argument about the necessity of the bill. They weren't making an argument about anything other than don't help Democrats pass the bill. Trump Republicans are absolutely furious with those few Republicans that voted for the infrastructure bill in the House, and they are now vowing to remove the Republicans from the House. Quite frankly, this is great. Democrats are not very competent. We have a competence problem. And certainly I can speak to the United States. If you've been watching the Kyle Rittenhouse trial with us, you very quickly see there's just a lot of incompetence in general, in the general public. And that means a lot of Democrats aren't competent, and that applies to the Democratic Party. Last week's election results looked terrible for Democrats heading into 2022. The biggest gift that Republicans can hand to Democrats is that they fight amongst themselves. 13 House Republicans crossed party lines and they voted in favor of the bipartisan infrastructure bill. 6 Democrats also crossed party lines and voted against the bill. And Republicans are going nuts over those 13 Republicans. Florida Republican Congressman Anthony Sabatini tweeted, quote, every Republican who voted for the infrastructure bill must be eliminated from the party. Colorado Representative Lauren Boebert, maybe one of the worst people currently involved in American politics. Quote, rhinos, meaning Republicans in name only, just passed this wasteful $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, but Pelosi did not have the votes in her party to pass this garbage. Time to name names and hold these fake Republicans accountable. North Carolina Congressman Madison Cawthorn tweeting, quote, vote for this infrastructure bill and I will primary the hell out of you. Josh Barnett, who calls himself an America First candidate for the Arizona House, tweeted, 13 Republicans just voted to turn America into a communist country. They should be pushed back on so hard till 2022 that their lives are miserable till we have them removed. By the way, building a bridge is not communist. Fixing roads isn't communist. Saying, hey, if we want people to buy electric cars, how about chargers for the electric cars? That's not communist. And in fact, all of those things support private industry in reality. Matt Gaetz also jumping on the bogus socialism fear-mongering, tweeting, I can't believe Republicans just gave the Democrats their socialism bill. Not only is the bill not communism, the bill is also not socialism, but lots of his followers believe it. There has been this idea historically in the Republican Party. They love calling themselves the Big Tent Party. We welcome all sorts of views. We welcome this type of conservative and that type of, okay. As long as you vote for Republicans and not for Democrats. Is voting with Democrats sort of the same as voting for Democrats in the minds of these Trump Republicans? I say let them fight. Encourage it, actually. It can only be good for the left. I would rather Democrats be more competent and win elections more regularly by being competent. I'm very worried that that's not the case going into 2022. And so I will take any help that the left can get, and Republicans fighting amongst themselves is a good thing in terms of helping the left. Now, at the same time, the stupidity of infrastructure bills are communist and socialist. That's something else. And I wonder if you went to these folks and you said, do you understand? Do you know about the military? Taxpayer funded socialism with mandatory vaccines to boot. But that's different, of course. These are folks who at the end of the day, they want King Emperor Trump. And reality doesn't really make a difference to them. They don't even know the things they want to destroy, but they know they want to destroy a lot of them in government. Remember, I was reminded of just such a classic political moment when former Texas Governor Rick Perry ran for the Republican presidential nomination. He had a bunch of departments he wanted to remove. Couldn't remember exactly what they were, but he definitely wants to remove them. Remember this insane moment?
It's 3 agencies of government when I get there that are gone. Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see.
EPA?
EPA, there you go. No, okay.
Let's talk deposition.
Seriously?
Is EPA the one you were talking about? Or
No, sir.
You can't name the third one?
The third agency of government,
Yeah.
I would do away with the education, the
Commerce.
commerce, and let's see. I can't. The third one I can't. Sorry. Oops.
So anyway, they definitely want to destroy a lot of the stuff the government is doing. And sometimes they don't even remember all of it. But now building roads and bridges is yet another thing, I guess, they don't want the government to be involved in. So my message is absolutely get these Republicans out, challenge them, primary them, do all of it, because the left needs help, guys. After last week, it's looking very ugly. Now, some of you wrote to me and said, David, you're exaggerating. It's not looking that ugly in 2022. Yes, it is. And even if we're not sure it's looking that ugly, do we really want to take any chances? My view is no. Let me know your thoughts. You can find me on Twitter at dpacman. One of our sponsors is Atlas VPN. In the year 2021, many computer security experts say everybody should be using a VPN whenever you connect to the internet. Atlas VPN keeps your information private from big tech companies, from your internet service provider, even from governments. Atlas VPN helps you stay protected from hackers trying to steal your data. And Atlas VPN even lets you watch shows and movies on Netflix and other streaming services you would otherwise only be able to access from other countries. I use Atlas VPN on all of my devices, phone, computer, tablet, whenever I'm connected to the internet. It's so easy to use. You sign up, install it, turn it on, and you're done. Out of sight, out of mind. You stay protected. And right now, my audience can get Atlas VPN for $1.39 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You just have to go to atlasv.pn/Pacman. The link is right underneath this video.